Good morning, welcome back to On the Road Adventure. We are here in Finland at...
We are at the campsite called Marjoniemi.
Yeah,
so
good luck with that. On the map, we are about halfway down Finland, something like that, maybe a bit more. And we are heading south, we're heading towards Helsinki, where there is a ferry that will take us across to a new country.
We are most likely not going to make to Helsinki today, but then we are not in a rush by any means. How long we're going to stay in Finland also depends on the weather. And today it's very stormy. It rained a few times already. It was really bad last night. Sunny in the morning. So it's kind of like just keeps changing and switching. But we are going to be fully dressed, ready for the rain.
Waterproof in the first place this time.
Everything ready because we know we're going to get drenched at some point today.
Well,
and we've got a really interesting stop planned, so stay with us. This was a really nice campsite. I would love to stay here in the sunshine once. Really nice. And the lake. I didn't ever swim because it did feel just a little bit too cold. Just a little bit off-roading to get out of here. Not so keen on off-roading this time, just because I know our tires are on the way out and probably not the smartest thing to do.
I found where we can see moose, and I was really excited, and I seen a video of people feeding the moose, which was awesome. The downside to this though is that it's actually, believe it or not, at a moose restaurant, which means that you can only go to the petting zoo bit with the moose and the deer and a few other animals they got after you've sat and ate the moose, which kind of kills the joy in it for me, I think. So we decided not to go to that place, but it's a real shame because we were guaranteed to see a moose, but I don't want to eat him. Well, petrol stops are few and far between here, so we're going to stop in and grab some.
I just can't switch my brain now from the road skin light gloves to these clumsy things. I might change it back on and see if I'm not too cold. Well, 171 euros per litre. That is pretty much same as in the UK, so not much difference. This already feels much better. Let's see if I get cold.
I think I'll be a little bit sad to leave Scandinavia now. I've really enjoyed it here. And what's been amazing about being in Scandinavia is that most people here speak English. So whether we're in Sweden or Norway or Finland, not only is our travel's been easy and it's easy to communicate with people, but we feel like we've made a lot of friends that we've never met. We've got so many new subscribers now from Scandinavia, and that brings a lot of advantages for us because you guys tell us things that we don't know, you know, and give us information and places to visit, and we really appreciate that, so thanks. Great to have you with us. We got here Super Adventure KTM, very nice too. Oh, and the lovely Desert X. I've always liked the Desert X. I think it's a really cool looking bike.
I really wanted to buy Desert X, but everyone told me better not.
I don't know how the reliability's been on the Ducati. I think they were famous for a while for electric problems. I've never had one, so I'm just talking on what you hear, really hearsay. But I'll be interested to hear from anybody who's owned one long term, put some miles on it, how that's worked out for you. I was looking at the Cove motorcycles recently as well. You know, they're a lighter version, a bit more powerful than the Teneres. About the same money, I think. But, you know, are they still a bit of a gamble? I don't know. Again, I'd love to hear from somebody who's had the Cove, I think it's the 800 Rally, and actually put some good miles on it. You know, what's the reliability like? What's parts availability like? On spec, on paper, it's definitely a better, lighter, faster bike, but I wonder how it is as a owner's experience.
We've been riding just over 3 hours now. Petrol's nearly finished. 2 bars we have. But anyway, I think we need a stretch. There's only 80 kilometers left to the next stop that we've planned, and it was so tempting to just do the whole 4 hours in one go, but it's never a good idea, and if you're not going to feel it today, you will tomorrow. So we decided to stop. I got some coffee, and there was different coffees to choose from, and I think it's pretty good actually in Finland. It is filtered coffee, so it's not that espresso culture, but it's pretty good. I got this chocolate, one's white, one is just normal, and we've heard so much about it. I want to see if it's any better than Galaxy.
We're feeling refreshed and refueled after some snacks and some chocolate, which wasn't any better than Galaxy, by the way.
No, didn't beat it.
No, not at all. So we got about an hour left to go now to our destination. We've been knocking out the kilometres today. We've done 300 already, and we've got about another 100 more to go. But that's because there's somewhere really cool we want to show you, and we're desperate to get there today. So let's get back on the bikes, get another tank of fuel, and we'll see you there. In the UK, there is a famous motorcycle cafe in London, the Ace Cafe, and we did not know, but it seems that the Ace Cafe has multiple locations, and we are at the Ace Cafe, Finland.
I had no clue there was one. We are in Lahti.
So the Ace Cafe is famous in London, specifically because it started off with the cafe races and the ton-up boys. But this one here seems to be heavily associated with Royal Enfield, and they've got every biker from Royal Enfield on show as well.
It's a very good vibe in here. I love it. And I didn't know that there was many other Ace cafes around the world, and this is one of them.
Seems we've got a few to visit, but for now, let's have a look around this one. Outside the cafe, it seems like today there is some sort of car meet going on, although I think all of them are Porsche. Porsches of all kinds, colours and ages here. Now, as you know, I can tell you nothing about Porsches, or most cars to be honest, so you'll have to fill in the gaps. Beautiful looking thing though. This is the relatively new classic 650 twin. Absolute beauty. I managed to review the sort of bluey colour one, but I think personally this in the chrome looks much better. I just love the vintage styling, but it's still got the modern tripper and things like that in there, so you can still have the apps, but just look at that shiny paint and all that chrome. Got a lovely Interceptor sat looking pretty. It's that same 650 engine, but I love the blacked out exhaust, twin exhaust on that, just looks right. Well, we are back on the road. That was such a cool stop. The beautiful thing about places like that is that you meet other bikers and you end up talking and you end up spending far longer than you planned, and that's exactly what happened there. We met some really nice people and they were curious about where we were going and whatnot. I had no idea that the Ace Cafe had multiple locations. I'm not sure how they're all linked together or whatever. We'll have to look that up online, but definitely a cool place to visit if you're in the area.
When we were in the cafe, I looked up a campsite. It looks like there's pretty much only one between Lahti and Helsinki, and the one that I think well, I hope to get into. It's right on the outskirts of Helsinki, but they're not answering their phone, so I'm hoping they are open and they have a space for one tent.
If not, I think the ferry's probably still running. I don't know if we can just get on a ferry tonight and head over to Estonia, who knows. We found ourselves now in Helsinki, which is, yeah, the first time we've been amongst city traffic for some time now. And it's a bit of a shock to the system, to be honest. I haven't seen so many people for ages. Gotta be switched on here. So we're hoping to find the only campsite in Helsinki, as far as we know anyway.
Well, I think there could be more, but not on this side of the city. And Helsinki, it's something like 1.5 million people.
That makes up about the fifth of the population of the entire Finland, we think.
I can't remember how much is in Finland. Just over 5 million was in Finland as a whole. And 1.5 million, or around that, it's in Helsinki alone. So yeah, you can just imagine. And also the land that Finland covers is quite big.
That explains why the last few days we've been riding through long straight roads and hardly seeing anybody about. Everybody's here. My bike sounds great, it never gets old. I really like this Tenere. It's so great. Today we've done like 400 kilometers, you know, on main roads and stuff, and this bike will do it. And on another day we could be on gravel tracks doing tech or something, and this bike will do it. Absolutely brilliant. I'm so in love with the Tenere.
I was actually thinking about it today, that my clutch seems to have improved a lot. I think there is a jittery moment here and there, but it's not like it was at all. I feel more in control now after I've done nearly 12,000 kilometers.
And I think a nice belly full of new oil for the Teneres as well always helps these things. Yeah. Right, okay. Campsite within a city. Unusual.
And what happened at the reception?
Okay, well, campsite's full.
Great.
Yeah, and what he's saying is this weekend we'll be incredibly busy here in Helsinki. There is a big dog show on, which does explain the doggos that were walking by just now.
Yeah.
And people from all around Europe have come to Helsinki for the dog show.
Nice, yeah.
There isn't a space here for us to plot a tent, even though I can see grass over there, but basically they feel that they're not allowed to. No cabins. He says that if you just turn up to the ferry, he doesn't think that we would get on, but there is a ferry at 10:30.
You're like joking now?
No.
You're like
No.
kidding me?
No, there's nowhere here, nothing.
What?
Yeah, that we're proper fucked.
Well, I need to go for a wee first, and then I'll think about it, alright? How effed I am.
Proper, yeah. He basically said you can wild camp in Helsinki. He was trying to be helpful, but yeah, exactly. I said we can't do that, obviously, on motorbikes. So he tried a couple of ferry sites. It did look incredibly difficult to get on a ferry. Apparently there's a slow ferry in which you can sleep on. There's more posh dogs over there, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, look, we are in Helsinki pretty much. We can just drive to a port and see. We are a motorcycle. Maybe they'll squeeze us in.
Yeah, he tried 2 different websites, and yeah,
but if there is a dog show, people are coming in, not out.
Yeah. He did look on his computer, and he thinks that we can get on one at 10:30 from Towerlink, but we don't know.
Towerlink, what's that, a place?
No, it's a company that does ferries.
So same port.
Multiple ports.
Oh great, so we don't know which port we go into, basically.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll go for a wee then.
Yeah, do that. Well, we've been stood here a little while now trying to figure out a plan, and we considered getting on the next boat, which is in about an hour and a half, and going over to Tallinn, Estonia, but we would have the same problem in another city there. So we've gone on booking.com and Airbnb and all the rest of it, and we have managed to find somewhere in the suburbs of Helsinki, and we're hoping that it's not too city-like for the bikes, because you can find a hotel around here, but you know, leaving your bike outside is probably not smart in any city. So we're going to go there because we've no idea what it looks like, but it's on the outskirts of the city, so we're hoping it's quite a residential area.
It does look like there is a lot of grass around the house, so even if there isn't like a proper parking space, it should be, you know, somewhere to put your bikes.
So something that we usually do when we're not sure is we'll look on Google Maps, and then yeah, just look around the area and see if it looks, you know, built up. Lots of green areas usually means that it's going to be a fairly quiet area, so that's what we're banking on anyway. We'll find out when we get there, but anyway, options are extremely slim, so we've had to pay a little bit more than we want to.
Well, to be fair, it was £68 after you pay all the fees and that. For £68 to take you out of trouble, it's not that much.
They've just messaged on the phone here, and it said something, I can't read all of it, but it said something along the lines of, I have other guests coming tomorrow, you'll have to leave by 10 AM.
That's okay, that's a motivation.
Yeah, that's fine, it's no problem, as long as we've got somewhere to sleep, we're good, aren't we?
Yeah, because we should start early tomorrow.
Well, all we got to do is get up and get to the boat tomorrow, and you'll be sat on the boat for 2 hours, so...
Oh wow, look at that sun, isn't that beautiful? We found the place. A neighbor was painting his house, so I had to wait for them to move whatever this is.
Ah, perfect. Parking off the road, ideal for us.
Here we are, safe and sound in somebody's basement. Sitting quite low, so if you're tall, that's no good. But well, this will definitely do us for the night.
We were proper out of luck earlier on. It transpires that not only is some sort of mega dog show here, but there's also a festival for music called the Flow Festival going on here as well. So I think we were lucky to find this. All we need is a bed for the night. And well, speaking of bed for the night, that's exactly what we're going to go and do now. We are knackered, we've travelled some distance.
I'm so tired. I feel like today we did about 400 and do it.
From a place called Oulu, I think.
No, we were somewhere else. We're going to put that on the screen. And so yeah, we definitely covered about 5 hours of riding today, and we are in Helsinki at the moment. We have to check out by 10 AM, meaning we need to get up early in the morning and get going for the ferry to Tallinn.
So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a brand new country tomorrow for us. We've never been that way before. So yeah, lots of new things to experience. So join us again in the next one. We'll be back on the road.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.